Hi class. Yesterday we worked on solving one-step equations. Today we're going to add a step. So yesterday we were doing either just undoing addition, undoing subtraction, undoing multiplication, undoing division, undoing fractions. When we add a second step, we're probably going to be using two of those things. So we're probably going to have to undo addition and then undo multiplication. All right. These are similar to one-step equations, obviously, but we're adding another step. So we first start out by undoing addition and subtraction, and then we look to undo multiplication or division. So that means we are actually working in reverse order of the order of operations to undo the side of the equation with the variable. Because remember, we're trying to get the variable by itself. All right, we're trying to isolate that variable. So we need to move everything away from it. In order to move things away from the variable, you want to undo it in the reverse order of operations. So you want to undo addition and subtraction first, then you want to undo division and multiplication, then exponents, then parentheses. And remember, whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do the same thing to the other. That's the most important thing when solving equations. Here we have a few examples. So the first one, we want to isolate this x. So we got to get this x by itself. So we got to get rid of this 2. We got to get rid of this plus 3. Remember, we want to do order of operations in reverse. So first we want to subtract 3 from each side because we need to undo this 3. That gets rid of the 3 so that we just have 2x on this side. Now over here we have 15 minus 3, which is 12. That's step 1. Step 2, now we have 2x equals 12. We divide both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 from the x. Remember, we're always working to get the variable by itself. So now that we have x alone on the left side, and on the right side we have 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Here in the middle, again, we want to undo addition and subtraction first. So we need to move this 5 out of the way since we're isolating this a. So we need to subtract 5 from both sides. Now we have 1/2 a equals 18 minus 5, which is 13. Now we have a fraction, so we want to multiply by the reciprocal to get rid of the fraction, which in this case is just 2. So it's 2 over 1, but that's the same thing as 2. So we're left with just a on the left side and 26 on the right side. So our answer is a equals 26. And we haven't really done this yet, but it's always good practice to plug this answer back into our variable. So we have 1/2 of 26, which is 13, plus 5, 18, check. All right, that's also a great strategy when you're given multiple choice answers. You can just plug your multiple choice answers into the question and see which works. All right, now over here. So I had mentioned we want to undo addition and subtraction first, but we have to keep in mind with fractions that parentheses are implied around the numerator and denominator, right? So here we technically don't have any addition and subtraction until we get inside the parentheses. So since we don't have addition and subtraction, we want to undo multiplication and division. So in this example, we actually want to multiply by 3 first to get rid of that fraction. So when we multiply by 3, it gets rid of the 3 in the denominator on the left side. And we're left with x minus 7 on the left. Because that gives you the x minus 7, which is in the parentheses. So that must be done last. Now that's all we have left. So we do what we normally do and just add 7 to both sides. And we get x on the left side. 36 plus 7 gives us 43 on the right side. X equals 43. We take this 43, plug it back in for x. 43 minus 7 gives us 36. Divided by that 3 is in fact 12. Check. Remember, whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do the same thing to the other. Do not forget to balance your equations. All right, and that doesn't mean if you subtract 3 from the left side, you can subtract 3 again from the left side. Remember, it has to be balanced on each side of the equal sign. You always want to isolate the variable, and when you're doing this, you are undoing that side of the equation, following reverse order of operations, and you should always write your answer in the form of the variable equals the answer. All right, so x equals 1 is an example, n equals 5 is an example. So always use the variable equals the number. If you have any questions, as always, you can see me before or after class. Shoot me a message in Schoology, email me, any of the sorts, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck with the lesson and check your understanding, and we'll see you guys for the next lesson.